my friends, I took some time away, but the pines wait for nobody. I was gone for 12 hours. I recorded yesterday. We unlocked some stuff while we were gone. Like a good chunk of stuff. So our science, our religion, our government, all completed, which is awesome. And we unlocked a post-it. I don't know who the post-it is. So that's something we'll figure out. But we got some stuff. So let's before we jump in, let's take a look at our science, government, and religion. Nature locations that use oil require one less. Kind of sick, to be honest with you. Nature locations that use one food require one less. Both good. Unfortunately, I do think that this is actually better. We're going to complete this in a minute. Probably should have done this one first. Did not realize that was so close to already being done. As for government, we've unlocked Tycoon Cronyism. Work location actions are an additional 10% faster. This one is going to take a little bit more time. 5 hours for that one. It'll get done when it gets done, okay? It is what it is. Ceremony of Spirits, all animals gain +2 to every skill. All characters gain +2 to life skills. Quakerism. We can put you guys on there. That's going to take a while, too. I don't even have any animals, man. So I'm not jumping to do that, per se. How are we on resources? We have a crap load of wood. Not a ton of XP. We can live life as Buzz if we want to. This guy's looking for knowledge. This guy's looking for knowledge. I guess you live life as Buzz if we want to get things going. Why is Everly blocked right now? And how are we on this? Oil is really fricked. Okay. Let's throw Everly here. Do you have money? You have 21,000. I think you're going to be okay. We can put you there. And then scavenging, I mean, you can get money from this, but I'm not losing too much sleep there. We burned through all the oil somehow. I have 6,000 computers. Okay, that part is very good. So that means this has been working along, doing good things. And that means we can now continue the clearing. Everly Praetus' murder scene. That's where we got a note here. Dichotomy of 2 times. Upon sight of this horror, the location of Everly Praetus' untimely murder, a dichotomy of 2 times invades the mind. There is the now. Since the murder, time has elapsed. The blood no longer flows. It is dried. It is earthly and dark. Creatures of the pines have begun to reclaim the site. The forces of nature too, erosion, sunlight, and wind are already beginning to hide away the scar. But there is also the then. The axe remains stuck in the precise position. That's fricked. From it, one can faintly imagine the positions of the persons involved. Their footprints show some confusing dance through the fog and into finality. One can see the dark biblical chaos of this moment as if it were still present. Yes, there are 2 times here, then and now, each pervasive, each searing, and each relentless in its control of the memory. Wow, that's a crazy crazy bit of knowledge there. Crazy bit of knowledge. We need oil really badly, man. Oil is a problem. I'm gonna let this keep cranking up. It is going to slowly improve this. But that does make me feel like that we should potentially be trying to get some researchers on this, right? We've now completed this. All characters gain +5 to nature skills. This is 3 hours to get this, man. Which is, that's quite a bit for sure. And this is even more. These ones, they'll take time, but we'll get them in the end. Artifacts we're looking good on. So I think that it is now get some people moving along. Let's start living life with you. Once our oil resources are back to a reasonable situation, we can start converting that into energy to get the stories for Deborah and old Danny figured out. But for now, I think this is fine. You're just getting money and wood. which realistically is not that important to do. So if there was something better for you, really don't need to. Wilma's worshipping, I mean, we would produce that a little bit faster. I'm just not sure that it matters. Yeah, so oil's really only produced right here, I think. Yeah. And then this is still a problem. This is also going to kind of forever be a problem. Because this is going to trickle in. I would love to continue this, but I don't need the experience in this era. I think the experience here is still valuable. I might as well let the pine tree do it. That way we're getting the XP there, which ensures, yeah, honestly, we needed it. Because Buzz... Yeah, we're now getting the XP. I don't know. It's tight. We're almost getting it faster than we're spending. We might be now. Yeah, we might be now. It's continuing to trickle on and off. I think that's fine. I have a feeling this is going to unlock some stuff for us when we get here, because we still need a way to get knowledge, man. And there's no, we got 2 locked places here. We need like a, because you need knowledge here, right? And oil, man, oil is important. It's important. It makes me want to put another person on this, just to make this even faster for producing oil. It does go kind of crazy, honestly. And then it does make this, I want this to complete. Father Enoch Bohiggins. This was the guy that, What's-Her-Face was talking to, Romina. Let's take a look at, well, let's actually start by getting somebody going. This needs food. Gotcha. How do I get food? I scavenge for it? You're scavenging for it, but you're pretty slow, unfortunately. Is there any other way to give food besides that? Not really. That means that you need to stop making computers, and we need to just stack up a little bit of food to build this, I think. And then Father Enoch can help with that. And we will be fine there. We will be fine. Okay. So let's read this. Asbury Pines Police Department, reporting officer Sheriff Buzz Snow. Reporting offense suicide by hanging. Okay. Officer's description of the events. Sharon Huang was jogging at dawn and reported a 55K. Body hanging from Grand Rosa. That's where the tree comes into play. Body identified as a white male about 6'2", gray hair, thin, older, rough tattoo of eye on forehead. What the heck? No sign of life, no foul play. Clothes/body suggest no struggle. Visible bruising around the neck, fold up beach chair knocked over by feet. All signs point to suicide by short drop hanging. Deputy Fazekas was first on the scene. Cordoned the area. I called medical examiner and arrived at 6:29. Pushed hard for immediate investigation so we could remove the body before school buses started running. Investigation begins at 7:05 but is interrupted. Romina Zappa ran up to deceased and wailed and cried, tried to grab the deceased, had to restrain her so she wouldn't disturb body and examination. She made work hard, called the body Pathfinder, told us he used to live in a burned down farmhouse near town. Examiner took photos, hair, fingerprint, saliva samples gathered. Reporter showed up. We bagged the body at 7:32. Romina's details helped us track down property records. Body is Isaiah Koska. Was resident decades ago, left town, did in fact rent a farmhouse with some acres. I haven't done the voice for any of this, I'm so sorry. Abandoned since. Had previous out-of-state arrest for drug possession, served 5 years for dealing acid. Selfish bastard hanging himself in the middle of town, good riddance. Alright. We're actually already close to the next one as well. This means that Romina, young Romina, this is an important event for us to get. And frankly, this is probably an important guy too, since you're like Romina's, you're a priest for sure, but you're Romina's person. You're important, I think. We should be able to build this now, the brewing facility. Not really sure what we're doing with that quite yet. Let's build this a little bit faster. Buzz will have his next piece, and then we'll grab this in a second. How we doing on the oil in modern times? Oil in Worm 83. Yeah, it's going back up. That's very good. That means that theoretically we could start in nature locations. Let's throw Gavin on this to start doing a little bit of exploring. It's gonna take a while, but we're getting good electricity, and that'll help to bring this along. Okay, very good, very good. Another Sheriff Buzz Snow. Asbury Pines Police Department, February 3rd, 2005, disturbing the peace. Was dispatched to Pine Hills Park following reports of two hikers of wild behavior by a homeless person. That old rock in my boot, Romina Zappa, was wailing up a storm, turning over logs and rocks looking for some kind of necklace with a green crystal. Her nails were torn and fingertips bled pretty awfully. There was a shopping cart stuffed with cans of Piney's Delight beer cans. I surmised she was living in the woods for some time. I promised to help her find her jewelry, which calmed her. She was hungry as a bear. Gave her my coffee, bandaged her hands. She wouldn't stop jabbering about this necklace. It was the only thing that matters. Poor woman has a history of schizophrenic fireworks going off, but this show was desperate as hell. I drove her into the station for a meal and some rest. Okay. Fine. I'm gonna go to the next one as well on Buzz, and then we'll pop back over to Romina. We did unlock the work location for the beer company. It's just a little better to get these things. I'm not like jumping to do that though, because we don't need to. We really don't need to. I want to hop back into living life down here. And I think we will. I think we will. That does mean that our scavenging gets hurt here, which I don't care about. Work is still fine here. Ideally, to be honest with you, you could even throw more on there, but I need them to live life for a little bit. And then knowledge is still not possible. Sheriff Snow's missing toe. Okay, let's read his thing first. Buzzkill. Sheriff shoots off own toe. This is not actually written by Buzz, so I won't do the voice. Sheriff Rodney Buzz Snow, son of famed lawman Aldous T. Snow, shot himself in the foot last evening in his home. Doctors at Walden Emergency Hospital report that the injury is not serious and should not drastically affect motor function, though the sheriff will be missing a digit on his left foot. The worst of recovery will be for the ego, Dr. Malzinkus said. Police records officially describe the incident as an accident. Tess Snow, Sheriff Snow's wife, confirms her husband was sitting around doing fancy holster tricks on the porch. I just think y'all should know the truth that it was bum luck. Indeed, Sheriff Snow has not had the best relationship with Lady Luck. 4 years ago, he gained viral fame on YouTube when a film was posted of him snoozing in his squad car, being startled in comical fashion. For a brief time, Sheriff Snow became the face of a Munchies internet meme was shared widely by marijuana enthusiasts. We cannot help but roll our eyes when we compare the merits of our sheriff's fame to his father's, who was known for stopping a local bank robbery and arresting a notorious smuggler in a shootout, feat that shortlisted him for the Presidential Medal of Valor. Sheriff Snow issued a brief statement that he will be taking the rest of the week to recover and will be on duty this coming Monday. Okay, let's go to the artifacts, right? Because we do now have... I mean, this is not that much, and I also apparently can't frickin' do it. So that's interesting. Music has gotten very eerie right now. Deborah Wolf. So remind me who you are. You're the community organizer. Okay. Lest we forget who we are, we, the editors of the Asbury Bulletin, spotlight this open letter on July 4th. News on regional and national developments will resume in the next issue. Thanks for understanding. My fellow Pineys, you knew me as Deborah Wolf, your local tax attorney. Since occupation reassignments, you now know me as Deborah, the assistant community cook. To say our lives are changing is an understatement. More accurately, we will never be the same. But some things must never change. The greatest power of our modern society is not in industry, military, academics, or technology. It's in something we live by every day, our constitutional democracy. To lose our rights of free speech and thought means losing the heart of who we are. I look back to the American Revolutionary War hero, to our great town's namesake, deathless Nathaniel Asbury. Like us, he was surrounded by the threat of great harm and tyranny, and yet he chose courage. He held meetings with neighbors to exchange ideas. Ideas led to actions. Actions spurred progress. Progress fueled unimaginable growth. Never forget, my dear neighbors, that hope is nurtured in a free and open forum. Hold fast to our little democratic values. Cherish that we can decide our path forward, if not for our sake, but for the sake of the lessons we shall pass to our children. Join me every Sunday at the Asbury High School auditorium from noon until 2 to discuss how we can collaborate with our mayor for a steady future in these terribly uncertain times. Your assistant community cook, Deborah Wolf. Okay, old Danny, what do we got? The Praedus Press. Hello, world. Welcome to April 20th, 2052 Town Hall. This is May from the Praedus Press. We are independent. My kids and I made this leaflet with recycled ink from coffee grounds and movable type. Movable type is the old way of printing. Combines letters, words, other elements into a document and stamps out copies on the paper. It is slow work. We make each letter and word with baked clay, but we still need many more words. And this does not need electricity. It can grow from here and go on forever. My kids and I want to use this press to share good ideas, stories about progress, and bad jokes. Our first bad joke: why do dogs float in water? Because they're good boys. Stay tuned for the next issue. This doesn't really work if you pronounce it as buoy, right? But I appreciate the bad joke. Deborah, what's going on? Town Hall meeting minutes. Moderator Deborah Wolf, Secretary Wendy Greaves, and the usual 3 officers from the Mayor's police force were present and armed. Deborah wished everyone a Happy New Year, introduced special guest Peter Swack, former owner of Swack Plumbing, and laid out the agenda. Moment of silence for Jillian A. Benton and Hector P. Benton, elderly neighbors found frozen to death in their home. That is awful. Funeral set for next Sunday. Request for substitute teacher volunteers for grades kindergarten 4, 6, and 9. In case of seasonal illness. Roof of Doug Fennison's home collapsed. Sorry, it's so easy to go back into the voice, man. Volunteers needed to house a family of 4 until permanent solution. Discuss proposal to mayor to... I don't know why permanent looks spelled wrong to me. Discuss proposal to mayor to increase rations. Discuss proposal to mayor to allow firewood gathering from Pine Hills Park. Discuss building outhouses as sewage systems start to fail. Peter Swack to share methods of preventing freezing of pipes in building/home. Okay, Father Higgins, you are currently idle. We should let you live your life, I think. I think it's also time for Romina to live life. Buzz Snow has now finished his... Young Buzz Snow has finished his. We switched to Romina. Old Mayor Van Eisen, we should also live life on. Old Buzz Snow, I can also live life on. Okay, we're gonna go kind of crazy here, I think. While we have the resources, let's send it. We also have an artifact for Deborah's occupation badge. I'm gonna let you do that, actually. And let you take a look at your badge. 500 of this would be pretty nice. 500 food I don't care about, but 500 electricity, it don't mean nothing, I'll tell you that. Now, we have not enough XP down here. So that is due to nature location. You just don't produce fast enough. I'd love it if you did, but you simply don't. And you're using up all the oil. I think we still gain more oil than we lose. We actually are literally exactly... No, we gain more than we lose, man. Okay, that's good. That's very good. How we doing here? I should probably take you off of living life so we can get this guy's stuff. And then you're living life and you're living life. And we have 8,000 XP there, so that will be fine. Let's see what happens here, man. I think this is going to be a mess. As just a story. Okay. Incredible. I'm now completely... I'll do it once. Incredible. I'm now completely in charge of the town. No, I rule this entire territory. Poof. Just like that. No borders to anything anywhere. With my weapons and officers, I could begin making a small country if I wanted to. Who would have thought the Armageddon is my golden age? I told everybody. I told them it would be my golden age. They didn't believe me. Messages with the governor's hideout confirmed a nationwide disarray. Riots for food, energy, clean water have overtaken major cities. National Guard disbanded. Armed forces embroiled in factional infighting. The good old president hasn't even been heard from. Sleepy Joe hasn't been seen in months. Am I dreaming? Cultural cesspools like New York City and LA are burning. and I get to do whatever the hell I want. First things first, I gotta stock this bunker with food for who knows how long. The people need to be told what to think. I'll issue an immediate ban on the Asbury Bulletin and outlaw any press. Become judge, jury, executioner for all crimes, and then implement mandatory field labor. This dude is speedrunning becoming a supervillain. It is seriously incredible. Dispatch my officers to raid neighboring towns for fuel. Shit, I think I'm feeling a little giddy. He's insane, brother. He has lost the plot. You are nuts. You're gonna get shot in your home, I guarantee to you. This is gonna be the death of Mayor Van Eisen. I'm just prepping you right now. Oh, not yet, not yet. Citizens, bear witness. Crimes of theft. I can't, man. I can't do it. Somebody's gonna comment and go, you know, I think he's doing a good job. Crimes of theft, treason, and propaganda are met with the following punishments on the Town Hall Commons, where all can order now, or your rations will be halved. Now then, the criminals and their crimes. Burton Wingkettle. What a name. Will lose a hand. What are you doing? Alvin? Go back and play with the chipmunks, brother. Silence, interrupt me again and you will all starve. As I was saying, we'll lose a hand for selfishly stealing canned beans from my delivery to the rec center. Layla Huston, age 18, will also lose a hand for spray painting treasonous death messages against me on the back of Dory's Diner. And Danny Pratis will be given 15 lashes for continuing his makeshift press after the ban on all unapproved news production. Do not, my friends, stray from my mandates. Order is paramount in these hard times. To those that are about to receive punishment, make your peace with loved ones. I don't know why my brain read that as make love with your peace ones, and I was like, what are you talking about? But that's the undiagnosed dyslexia coming into play. Officer Russo, go to the Pratis home and burn the press. Officer Klein and Officer Mendoza, strip Danny and fasten him to the light post. What are you doing, you crazy, crazy son of a bitch? There it is. Yeah, we knew it was coming. Burns alive in his bunker. Perfect. Okay, that's a good fitting end. I've never been happier to see a character in a video game die, man. That is incredible. Okay, old Buzz Snow. This is his wife. Why on earth are you stuffing rags in your daddy's rucksack? Is that his old revolver, Maggie? Buzz, stop. What's going on? Are you crying? Chickpea. God, I'm sorry. I got to do something important. I love you so much, and I'm sorry. I got to do it. Oh, he went and burned the house alive, man. You're scaring me pale, Buzz. What's happening? This ain't no way to live. We got to take out Van Eisen's bunker. We got to do it. You saw why, Tess. Christ, children saw why. That's plain suicide. You think an old fogey like you stands a chance against them armed thugs? Listen, my love. Listen close, because I love you so much, and I'll only say this once to protect the folks I'm going with. I got hold of some high-proof hooch that's been hidden in some old prohibition cellar for more than 100 years. There's a lot of it. A lot of Molotov firebombs for us. Me and 4 others gathered hidden rifles and pistols from folks in town, and we're gonna attack. Light up and burn that fat snake in his concrete hole. We did our watching. We know where the vents are, patrol routes to ambush. It's time. It's my time. I'm shaking, Chickpea. What if I don't make it back? Ah, snakes in hell. I'm more angry than I could ever be scared. What Van Eisen's done to my town is pure evil. I gotta fight back. Sometimes you gotta punch him on the chin, as Papa would say. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Buzz, oh God, my Buzz, I'm so sorry. Come here, remember this feeling, how I'm holding you, alright? Show him the fire. I don't know why Tess and Buzz sound the same. Show him the fires of hell, Sheriff, and then come back to this, feeling okay. Yep, Buzz Snow succumbs to gunshot wounds inside of the burning bunker. What a frickin' route for Buzz Snow, man. What an arc. My dude went through hell and back. My dude went through hell and back. An incredible, incredible display. Father Bohiggins' Rosary. Okay, let's read his story real quick. You guys are still going down here. We can live life as Deborah, which I think is valuable. Old Danny's currently blocked. A new nature location, the grave. Abandoned grave. It's just a better version of this. So let's put you on that instead. I think that's good. Still don't have a way to get knowledge. Those are still not going. We just got to do a little bit of management, chat. That's all. How are we on food? Only 49,000. I think we'll be okay. You guys are still mass producing on there. I have so many computers, I have so much money, I don't need to do that. Nature locations, you're going. Artifacts, will throw you on this for right now. It's going to take 2 minutes, so that's all good. And then do we have anybody researching? 13 hours here. We can throw other Romina on this. You're currently exploring? The hell are you exploring, brother? Yeah, you're exploring this. That's a good point. Throw old Danny on that, so we can throw you back on here. Just to, I mean, it's nice to have, right? And then old Alvin, may you rest in piss. Go ahead, do that. And then religion, you're still chilling here. All is well. All is well. Okay. Let's get back to Priestman here, who's living a long life, to be honest with you. Please, Romina, come here for meals and a bed. Remember, Corinthians, do not be deceived. Drunkards, nor revelers, nor swindlers will inherit the kingdom of God. And such were some of you. But you were washed, you were sanctified. You were justified in the name of Lord Jesus Christ and by the Spirit of our God. The Catholic Guild's coming back, everybody. Yeah, Father, okay. Me, right now, while reading these. We are all tested so we can fully appreciate his grace and love. Have you kept in touch with your social worker? No, I mean how? All I got time for is surviving. Not gonna go to town for talks and talks and talks. There's the dark, the bits, the little girl. My mind is overflowing with thoughts. Next meal and stuff. I'm always so tempted to drink because, my head won't stop bothering me. And nothing's working. Not sleep or church prayer or talks and Romina, all things are made possible through prayer. Pray with me now. Okay, Father. How quiet here in the deep of Pine Hills Park. This abandoned child's grave. This little plot for a Sadie Sloan, my own Gethsemane. The place of my vision, quiet as a prayer, save for the Lord's chirping creations and my seething mood. F! I cannot seem to shake the anger. Should I have done more for Isaiah, my dear Isaiah? I'll never forget the tender warmth of our time. What are you talking about, brother? There is certainly something I could have said or done to assuage his pain and awful drug delusions. What sort of shepherd am I that protects his congregation and not the whole of the Lord's flock? After all, was he not the one who affirmed my love for the Lord? How do I stand idly by before such an opportunity to provide redemption? Sister Brenda says I have to be kinder on my soul, to see his horrible death as part of the Lord's mystery. If anything, I'm eager to save poor Romina from Isaiah's fate. I know she loved him as I did. Gotcha. Isaiah was the guy who hung himself, I believe. Welcome to the Space Age. Okay, 1969. Fair enough. This is a lot of people we just unlocked. Welcome to the Space Age. I don't even know what triggered that. I have no idea what triggered that. I'm gonna be perfectly real. I guess it was maybe Deborah here. Heroes of Asbury Pines Revolt of 2052. These brave fighters gave their lives on May 4th, 2052 to free this town of cruelty and oppression. Remember their names. Sheriff Rodney Buzz Snow. Seeing it engraved, it's the best thing I could see, man. They believe we deserve better. Let us work to make that true. Mayor Deborah Wolf. Amazing. Could not think of a better person, honestly, to receive that. Let's live life as Romina and get her kind of going back up here. We'll take a pause on the mayor for right now. We got a lot of history to unpack on Enoch here, who's currently a seminarian in the Space Age. And then also Isaiah Koska, which is, an acid cultist with the eye on his head. Fair enough. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. We have an animal now. We have a raccoon, which is very exciting. He just needs time to live his life. Strange instincts. You're good at nature and exploring. I mean, bro, you are going to take 1,000 years to get this. So that's good. Let's start scavenging in the Space Age. So we got the Hillcrest Playground and we got the Four Corners Service Station. I think that ideally we throw one of you on each of these. Or I throw the raccoon on it. I guess we get more if I throw the raccoon on it, but I want to start taking the time with the raccoon. I understand what you've done to me. You're making it difficult for me to make decisions. I respect that. I really do. Old Buzz is currently idle. Old Buzz can do government, can he? No, young Buzz can do We can also get way more people going on this now. Father Enoch's currently idle. We might as well do this. Enoch's currently idle. We might as well do that. It's the holy trinity right here of scary people in this game. Can anybody examine this? Still no. Dory's library card. Okay, this gives knowledge. Knowledge is important. That gets things going. The wheat field. I need food and I need knowledge. That means we need work, man. 125 wood and a bunch of money, which we are going to be getting from this. I gotta put the raccoon on this. I'm sorry. I do. I need the money and I need the food faster, and then we can get the raccoon back on living his life in the future. It's gonna take a while, right? Like 2.8 thousand. We're only at 200. It'll be a little bit of time before we get there, but that's okay. That's okay. I feel like we have a story. Yeah, we've got Mayor Deborah Wolf. Town Hall meetings minutes. February 12th, 2061. Chief Deborah Wolf, Secretary Wendy Greaves, Community Officers Mandy Lakota, Harris O'Neill, and Paul Weissman were present. Another death is announced. Mayor Wolf discusses regional reports and population. Councilmember Harris reports on looting. Councilmember Mandy discusses overdue books. Prayer/moment of silence for Helene Souza, murdered by 3 raiders for resisting sexual assault. Burial set for Wednesday afternoon. 2 other victims recovering. That's just terrible. Chief Wolf reports on rapidly growing violence in region per outside sources. Raiders and gangs emboldened and armed. Town population has grown to 313, mostly travelers turned settlers. Proposal from Chief Wolf to double town defense force and allocate resources to training/readiness. We are sitting ducks. Officer O'Neill warns of a massive rise in looting of town supplies in the rec center. Officer O'Neill goes on record to oppose town defense expansion. Wants to allocate resources to expanding crop yields. Best solution for looting, trade, and growth. Officer Lakota, that's a different name than before, urges all those to attend in attendance to return overdue books. Library is the greatest source of knowledge in this day and age. Do not rob each other of growth. Officer Lakota, this was not your name a little bit ago. Am I crazy? Yeah, different name. Okay. This is why the game's in early access, right? Library is the greatest source of knowledge. Do not rob each other of growth. Officer Lakota will begin publicly shaming those who do not return books. Following unanimous vote, town officially renamed to Fort Asbury. I like that. That's a good name. Deborah, your government, right? Let's get you going on tycoon cronyism just to make everything a little bit faster. Civil engineering is rolling. Apparently the raccoon can do civil engineering. That feels not realistic to me. That feels a little backwards. But I'm fine with it. Romina, what do you got? My love, oh my love, my lovely light. The police lights at dawn made me see it. See you hanging from Grand Rosa, and I died again in my body. I died first in your arms in the field and awakened. Then you left me long ago after your fields burned, and I died again. Now you come back to kill me all over, but why? But try to remember. Oh yeah, eyes closed and go digging deep. Dig up the memory, the dark, the bits, the little girl. Oh, can you hear me? I miss the sounds of your words, Pathfinder. Never have I doubted the vision of your third eye. I still got my mission. Yes, it's always been to keep the gateway open with the one-eyed angel. I feel it in my skin. I know what you mean now. It's the woman in town, the eye-patch woman, the one-eyed angel. All of it makes sense. It's like I lose more to see more. The rip, the green gem necklace, and the one-eyed angel. I gotta think some. I must show the one-eyed angel. It'll be worth it, though, when it happens. The tears won't stop. You die by me. You die and I die for the 3rd time. You die and I rise. I rise inside because I remember now what matters. I cry because of the sadness of dying and the happiness of remembering. Obviously, so obvious. The green gem necklace and the gate and the one-eyed angel. It comes together as the path. I remember my path as clear as rain. The dark, the bits, the little girl, the rip, the green gem necklace, and the one-eyed angel. Okay. Yeah, she's not doing too hot, is the reality. Okay, where do we sit here? I want to take a look at the past here for a second. We're scavenging, we're doing good. How are our resources? 218 and 116. Still need quite a bit more before we can build the regional bank. And then I'm assuming maybe that gives us the ability to get some knowledge. This will be really nice when we complete this in a minute. But I'm going to tell you, I think this is a good place to stop for today. If you enjoyed, like on the video, much appreciated. I'll be back to continue to learn about all of these crazy lads in this lovely little game. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.